Hello, everybody. Welcome to House of Games. I'm Richard Osman. All week, I'm joined by four famous faces. They are battling for this trophy. It has the year that it was forged on the bottom there, 1799. Forgive me, that's the price. Let's meet our players. They are Beattie Edmondson, Amol Rajan, Gaby Roslin, and Hugh Dennis. Well, Tuesday today. What a day we had yesterday. Beattie,
Yeah.
Shall we take a little look at the leaderboard from yesterday? I think we must. Beattie tops that leaderboard. How did that happen?
I am secretly really competitive, so I think it sort of just kicked in.
Yeah, I'm going to say not that secretly.
Oh, okay.
Now, next to you, Amol, listen, for me, this is the perfect storm. I love it when we have a contestant who is A, hyper-competitive, and B, came last. Okay, that's perfect for me. But I think it feels to me like you've regrouped a little.
I retain huge confidence in my ability, based on yesterday's experience, to win not just today, but the rest of the week.
I can tell you interview a lot of politicians.
Yeah, the art of answering your question without actually answering.
Yeah, exactly that. And also overconfidence. Gaby, welcome back. Now, Gaby, every day, there are prizes, special prizes.
Yeah, no, yesterday I wanted the toothbrush.
The toothbrush. I'm afraid the toothbrush is not available today. Should we take a look at today's prizes?
Yes, please.
Here they are. You can have House of Games
well, I can see
scented
it
candle,
already.
House
I
of
can see
Games
it.
apron, driving gloves. Hello, everybody. A cushion or a stress doll. A House of Games stress
It's
doll
got to
as
be
well.
the cushion today.
You always go for the cheapest, worst prize.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Hugh Dennis, welcome back. Now, second place last time.
Yeah.
You were joint leader going into the final round, then Beattie pulled ahead.
Well, she, you know, destroyed everyone in the final round.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
I've got a feeling if you're not 5 or 6 points ahead by the time the final round comes round.
Yeah.
So that's the
Then
tactics
that's it.
this time. Try and build a lead before answer smash. That's the final round.
To be honest, I don't think there's any point.
You not think?
No.
Get the answers
I think the
right.
tactics are, get the answers right.
Today, we start 0-0-0-0. Anybody's game. Shall we play our first game?
Let's do it.
OK,
Yeah.
it is... Mouse of Games. Now, we've taken a title of a television programme and changed one letter. So like we've done with House of Games there and turned it to Mouse of Games. I'm going to give you now a synopsis of this new imaginary programme. Can you tell us what programmes we are describing here? Beattie, our genius champion, is first. So I'm going to give you a synopsis of a TV programme. It will be a TV drama you've heard of, but we've changed one letter. Here is yours. A classical music-loving elk solves crime amongst Oxford's dreaming spires.
Ooh.
So it's a classic TV drama, but we've changed one letter to create this new imaginary programme.
I can get this.
Gaby, even... I could say even, Gaby knows it.
Even,
Gaby knows
thanks,
it.
yeah.
Gaby knows. Some rounds, Gaby's amazing at.
Even.
Music-loving elk. I literally have no idea.
OK, I can open it up. Gaby.
Morse moose.
It's Inspector Moose, but I'm going to give you Moose because nobody else understood how the round worked at all. So do we see how the round works now?
Yes,
we see how it works.
Yeah.
Amol, here is the synopsis to your imaginary programme. It's a real programme. We've changed one letter. At a London comprehensive school, Tucker Jenkins petitions for Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit to become its new school anthem.
Grange Hill.
Is the programme I guess we're thinking about. It's Tucker Jenkins. We've changed it. You don't need a buzz, even.
Is it Grunge Hill?
Is it Grunge Hill? It is, Amol. Well done. Grunge Hill.
Well done.
Richard, I've got... I think today's my day.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Beattie's lost it. We've seen that.
Let's go.
Gaby.
I'm not going to get my own one now.
Gaby. Let's see, shall we? What TV drama is this? It's 20-something London lawyers, Miles, Egg, Millie, Warren and Anna, get stuck in an elevator.
Isn't it? Oh, what was it called? This Life? No, is it not This Life?
No, it's not that one.
No. It's 30...
Don't listen to Amol. That's outrageous. So if it was This Life...
Yeah.
This Life. This Lift.
It is the correct answer, Gaby. Well done.
Yeah.
Hugh, this is a synopsis to an imaginary TV programme. It's a real TV drama. We've changed one letter. Hugh Laurie stars as an equine creature who has a job as a doctor.
Horse.
Horse is the right answer. House turns into horse. Well done. The category for the second pass is horror films. So we've taken the titles of horror films, changed one letter. Here's the imaginary synopsis of that new film. Beattie, this is yours. A shy teenager, humiliated by her classmates, unleashes her telekinetic powers on the honest working-class folk of a cobbled street in Manchester.
Corrie.
Is the correct answer. Carrie turns into Corrie. Well done. Amol, here's yours. On the eerie island of Summerisle, Edward Woodward falls foul of a pagan society and is ultimately burned alive in a giant raffia-work grandmother. So have a go at home if you can work out the film we're referring to.
Is it changing one letter?
Changed one letter, yeah.
This is always one letter.
Only one letter?
One letter we changed. So Beattie and Hugh have both got their fingers on buzzers. As soon as his goes red, you can buzz in. Amol, I'm going to have to time you out, I'm afraid. Oh, look at that race. So first tell us what the film is we're referring to.
The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man. And what have we changed it to?
Wicker Nan.
The Wicker Nan is exactly right. Well done if you got that.
Did you? There you go, it's one letter. Good.
Gabby, here is yours. Peter Cushing stars as a mad scientist who attempts to create a perfect living handbag from body parts. Peter Cushing stars as a mad scientist who attempts to create a perfect living handbag from body parts.
Frankenstein's suitcase. I have no idea.
It is not Frankenstein's suitcase. Anybody?
Well, I don't know what
off if
the
you
letter
forgo.
you changes.
What do you think the film is?
I think it might be The Bride of Frankenstein. But
Incorrect.
No.
Son, I'll tell you the name of the film, but no buzzing in. But you can, just for fun.
All right.
So the name of the film is The Curse of Frankenstein.
Well, the Purse of
The
Frankenstein.
Purse of Frankenstein is the right answer.
First Frankenstein, anyone?
Handbag?
That was
Hugh.
a tough one.
Yes, sir.
Hugh, here is yours. We've changed one letter. Here's the new synopsis. Masked killer Michael Myers stalks the streets of a Humberside fishing port on the 31st of October.
Hang on. Okay. It's Halloween.
Halloween is the correct answer. Very well done, Hugh. Very well done. If you did well on that at home, that's the end of the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Beattie and Amol both have 1 point. Gabby has 2. Hugh Dennis is our leader with 3. There's always a pairs game round 2. Let's see what it's going to be. It is... Then Will I Be Famous is the name around it. It is a pairs round, so the player in last place gets to choose whose team they're on. Beattie, you're joint last at the moment, you were on a team with Amol last time.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that well, did it?
Go very well.
Would you like to choose the same partner or a different partner?
Different partner, please.
That's a burn.
Hugh?
You're going with Hugh.
Yeah.
So Hugh and Amol, if you will change places.
Oh, but then is that...
This is a short-term win, I'm telling you.
Blunder, but...
Now, here's how this round works. We'll show you 3 famous faces and 2 statements. We are looking for the person of whom both statements are true. Hugh and Beattie, here are your 3 famous faces.
Okay.
Mr. T,
Okay.
John Paul II, I think he was a pope, and Kim Cattrall.
Oh, OK.
OK?
Yeah.
I'm available as a sat-nav voice.
Right, yeah.
I've been a Liverpool FC supporter. One of those famous faces fits in the middle of that. They've been both of those things.
Well, my thought is...
Yeah.
I know that Mr. T is a sat-nav voice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the Pope.
Yeah.
Could be. Kim Cattrall, she has family in Liverpool.
Yeah.
So is definitely a Liverpool supporter.
Yeah.
And I think she might be the sat-nav voice too.
I think the Pope and Kim Cattrall are both Liverpool supporters.
Oh, the Pope
But I don't
is?
know. Yeah, because he was a goalkeeper, wasn't he? He loved football. He was a goalkeeper for somewhere in...
Everton, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. I don't know, actually. I'm leaving it to you.
I can just imagine Kim Cattrall doing a sort of Samantha-esque sat-nav voice.
I can imagine her standing on the cop.
Eating a meat pie.
Eating a meat pie. Yeah.
So you think Kim Cattrall fits in the middle of our Venn diagram there. You think that she is available as a sat-nav voice and has been a Liverpool FC supporter.
Yeah.
Let's see, where does Kim Cattrall fit in this diagram? Right in the middle. You're absolutely right. Very well done. He's a Liverpool FC supporter and available as a sat-nav voice. Mr. T just fits in the left-hand side there. He's available as a sat-nav voice.
There he is.
And the Pope was a Liverpool fan.
Richard, I'd like you to know, I'd like everyone to know that Gaby instinctively turned around and said Kim Cattrall. So I think she and I should get a point for that.
Why don't we give you
just
your
for
own
us.
question?
Which
And if you get that right, which you will, we'll give you a point.
OK,
won't.
that sounds good. That sounds
OK,
like
here we go. I'm going to show you 3 famous faces, 2 statements. Which one of these famous faces fits in the middle of this Venn diagram? You've got Mark Bez Berry, Berry Gordy, and Denise Welch. What on earth are the statements going to be here? Let's find out, shall we? I have won a Celebrity Big Brother. I have a child who has had a top 10 UK album.
Denise Welsh.
And both of these things are
Because
true.
Denise Welsh was in Celebrity Big Brother, and her son is in a pop group, a very famous pop group, who's doing very well.
If you get this right and get me a point out of from a position of complete and utter ignorance,
But
I
then-
owe you for the rest of my life.
Bez
And I
has been
won't-
in Celebrity Big Brother as well.
I think we go with your instincts. I think we should.
Oh,
have
I'm
done.
going to be completely wrong then, and you'll get upset.
I won't get upset. No,
You sure?
I'll love you forever. Let's go with Denise.
What,
Welch.
even if I get it completely wrong?
I'm very relaxed about the idea of you getting this completely wrong.
OK. Oh, I'm scared.
Come on, Gabby.
Denise Welsh.
Denise
Welch.
Welch. Your
Yeah.
instincts have been very good so far. Where does Denise Welch fit in this Venn diagram? Right in the middle. Very well done. Won the UK Celebrity Big Brother. Her son is in the 1975.
1975.
Is a band, Matt Healy. Mark
you, Gav.
Bears Berry
It's a pleasure.
won Celebrity Big Brother, so he fits there. And Berry Gordy's son is Red Foo from LMFAO. Very well done if you got that at home. Good work, Gabby. Amol, Hugh, if you'll swap back seats again. Hugh, it's been lovely having you down here. I'll see you again soon.
later.
Shall we take a look at how that has affected the scores? Beattie and Amol have 2, Gabby 3, Hugh with 4 points, still in the lead. Shall we play another round of the quiz House of Games?
Why not?
Let's do that.
OK, very best of luck. Let's see what it's going to be. We are going to play the elephant in the room. Before I tell you how we play this round, we're going to find out what the elephant in the room is.
Ham.
Ham. So ham is the elephant in the room. So all that's going to happen in this round, I'm going to ask you some quiz questions. All you've got to do is buzz in, give me the answer, but don't say the word ham. Or any time you see the letters H-A-M, do not say them.
So
That's the only rule.
If the answer's Hammersmith,
Yes,
do you have
Just
to say
Miss
Smith?
Miss Smith.
that is the round. You have just summed that up better than I ever possibly could.
Smith.
Yeah. Fingers on buzzers, please. So give me the answer, but please, please, please do not say ham. Here's your first one. Which Shakespeare tragedy features Ophelia, Gertrude, and Claudius? That is Gabby.
Let.
Is the correct answer. Well done. Let. Hamlet without the ham. Here's your next question. Spurs is the nickname of which English Premier League football team? That's Amol.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Is the correct answer. Well done. It's a scary one to do, though, isn't it? It's a scary.
Really
Yeah.
terrified halfway through.
Yeah, Tottenham Hotspur is the answer we'd accept there. This next one is a song. What is this song, please? Yes, Gabby.
Waiting for the myrtle fall.
I will give you that. It is Myrrh to Fall is actually the answer, but waiting for the hammer to fall. Absolutely right. Well played, my queen. What is the answer to this? Who played Don Draper in the US drama series Mad Men? Yes, Hugh.
John.
John is the correct answer. Very well done. You see, you even cleverly knew it was double M, because I wouldn't have accepted John there. Here's your next one. Sherwood Forest is in which historic English county? Amol.
Notting.
Incorrect, I'm afraid. Hugh
Nottinghamshire.
is the correct answer. Yeah, Nottinghamshire.
Oh, you.
I was going to say that.
It's Nottinghamshire, of course, is the county. Here is your next one. Nassau is the capital of which Commonwealth country? Yes, Hugh.
Bar. Oz.
Bar.
Oz.
Oz is the correct answer, Hugh. Well done, the Bahamas. Here's your final question in this round. You'll be delighted to hear.
I hate this round.
Sorry, Beattie.
Yeah.
Which duo had a 1994 UK hit single with Trouble? Yes, Hugh.
What?
It's incorrect.
Oh, is
Have you
it
been
not?
waiting for them to come up for the whole round?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
not.
Oh,
It's
there
that
you
song, Uh-Oh. Yes, Amol.
Sapu.
Is the correct answer. I'll give you that. Well done. Shampoo was it?
Oh,
Or
okay.
Spoo
Yeah, there you go.
would have been the answer. Very well done if you got shampoo at home, or Spoo, rather. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Beattie on 2 points. Yesterday's champion is in last place. Amol with 4. Gaby with 5. Hugh Dennis leads with 7 points.
Yeah.
OK, so let's play another round. Let's see what it's going to be. We are going to play the rich list. The rich. Oh, I like the rich list because I get to play this one. For this, you'll need your tablets. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a category. You have to write down any correct answer in that category. If it's a correct answer, you get a point. Unless somebody else writes the same answer as you. OK? In which case, you don't get a point. So it's got to be a correct answer, and it's got to be a unique answer. I'm also going to write down an answer as well. Here is your first category. So we need an answer in this category, please. Novels by Charles Dickens that do not have a character's name in the title. So looking for any full-length novel. Don't say A Christmas Carol,
Oh.
which apparently is a novella.
Delete.
So novels by Charles Dickens that do not have a character's name in the title. I'm going to write one as well.
Oh, man, I drawn a blank.
It's tricky. Have a little go at home as well. OK, has everyone got one? I've got one.
It wrong.
I just changed it at the last minute.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a correct answer, and it's got to be a unique answer. Beattie, what have you gone for?
I've gone for Hard Times.
Have you done Hard Times question mark?
Hard Times question mark, because I wasn't sure.
That's a modern interpretation.
Is Hard Times a correct answer? Yes, it is. Well done. So point
Good.
for you, unless
Uh-oh.
somebody else has written Hard Times.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Amol, what have you gone with?
I did have Hard Times, and then I thought maybe someone else is going to have done that. So I've gone with the equally obvious A Tale of Two Cities.
A Tale of Two Cities, says Amol. Is that a correct answer? Of course it is. It's a point as well, unless someone else has said that. Gaby.
Well, I changed mine from that to Old Curiosity Shop.
Oh, so you changed it from... So everyone's changed it from each other's answers. Old Curiosity Shop, is it a correct answer? Yes, it is. A point for you. Hugh, have you written the same as anyone else?
No, actually, I've gone for Great Expectations.
Great Expectations. Is that correct? It is. Well done. Might be the first time we've had 4 correct answers and no one has replicated anyone else's ones. Though, of course, I've also written one.
Uh-oh.
So if I've written the same as somebody here, you would lose a point.
OK.
And I have written the same as somebody here.
mine,
And the
isn't it?
answer I gave was... Great Expectations. I'm so sorry. A point there for Beattie, Amol and Gaby. Nothing for Hugh. Here's some other answers you could have given. Tale of Two Cities, Bleak House, Great Expectations, Hard Times, Our Mutual Friend, The Old Curiosity Shop. We did well, didn't we? Yeah. Well done, everybody, apart from me and Hugh.
I sort of had the expectation that that would happen.
Shall we take a look at the next category? Might be an answer for this, please. US states
Beginning with M.
that begin with a vowel.
OK.
US states that begin with a vowel. So give me a correct answer. Don't replicate somebody else's.
This is where I show my complete ignorance, because I don't know if it's the state.
Yes, it's one of those ones that where people you can get states and cities mixed up. That's definitely true. OK, has everyone written one? Amol, what have you gone for?
Shall I tell you the ones I haven't gone for first? No, listen. I've gone for Alabama.
Alabama,
Sure.
says Amol. Alabama, is that a correct answer? It is. A point for you if no one else has said it. Gaby, you're worried that it might not be a state.
I'm really sorry to every American I've ever known right now, but Ohio
Is that a correct answer? Absolutely a correct answer. And also starts with a vowel.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And it ends in one. In fact, it's 75% vowel.
It is,
behind it.
yes.
A lot of vowels in
H
it.
is occasionally a vowel.
Hugh, what have you gone for?
I've gone for Idaho.
Ooh,
Okay,
clever.
Idaho. Is that a correct answer? It is. Another point. Beattie, we're not going to get another clean sweep, surely.
Oh, I've gone for Arkansas.
Arkansas, says
Yeah.
Beattie. That sounds good. Is that a correct answer? It is. All of you have got a correct answer again, and you've all avoided each other's answer. And I have written the same as somebody else again. Hugh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What is that about?
I know,
You
it's
two are
weird.
so in sync.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
Also, we're so far away from each other.
But this
We're
is
going to be
excellent.
further away.
Other possible answers? Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, and Utah. Very well done if you got a unique one. Let's take a look at the final category in this round. Beatles top 40 singles that have two-word titles. Beatles top 40 singles that have two-word titles. Have a little think about that at home. At home, you can do this with pen and paper if you want. You don't have to use a tablet. That feels a little awkward to me.
Can I just make a request that no one does the obvious ones? Because I'm on a bit of a run here. I don't want to scupper it.
Oh, I love the way you're hiding it, just in case I cheat.
Has everybody got an answer?
Yeah.
We'll start with Gaby. Gaby, what have you gone for?
Eleanor Rigby.
Let's find out. Is that right? It is right, Gaby. A point for you, unless the person giggling on set seat one has written the same thing. I wonder if she has. Hugh.
Not even sure it was a single, but paperback writer.
Paperback writer, says Hugh. It's a point for Hugh
I want to see your double act.
for now. Beattie, what have you written?
Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby. We know it's the correct answer, but...
Yeah, the same way.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure which way to do
Yeah,
it.
imagine if you'd spelt it differently. I went, no, it's fine, it's spelt differently. Amol, what have you put?
Well, it's... This could be incredibly embarrassing. I mean, I could have done something really silly. Was Yellow Submarine the name of a song?
Let's find out. Is that a correct answer? Is right. Very well done.
What, Richard?
So, currently,
Don't scupper me.
two of you have a point.
Oh.
I'm about to turn this round. Starts with a P.
Oh, no. Is it really?
Penny Lane, I wrote. Penny Lane, very well done. So Amol and Hugh get the point. Let's take a look at the answers that were correct in this round. And if you got a unique one, you would have scored yourself a point. Come Together, Day Tripper, Eleanor Rigby, Get Back, Hello, Goodbye, Hey Jude. Lady Madonna, Paperback Writer, Penny Lane, Real Love, and Yellow Submarine. Well done, everyone. We've got one round to go. It's Answer Smash. We saw how Beattie dealt with Answer Smash yesterday.
The pressure.
But how do we look going into this final round? Let's take a look at our scores. Beattie still at the bottom with 4. Amol and Gaby have 7. Hugh, 1 point in the lead with 8. That is close. Fingers on buzzers. The final round, as always, is Answer Smash. I will show you a picture, give you a clue, smash the answers into each other for a point. So, for example, if I was to show you a picture of Gaby and I asked which county of England produces my favourite kind of sausage, you would answer Gaby Lincolnshire. Yeah, absolutely right. Answer Smash.
I didn't
you
even
see.
get that with my own name.
I got that. Can I get a point for that?
No. So a point for a correct answer. You lose a point if you buzz in and give me an incorrect answer. Very best of luck at beating Beattie. Here is your first category. It is famous Australians. So the pictures will be famous Australians, and we'll smash their names into the clues below. Here is your first one. Which film studio produced the world's first talkie, The Jazz Singer, in 1927? Yes, you.
Shane Warner Brothers.
Is the correct answer. Very well done. Shane Warner Brothers. Here's your next one. Who is this, and what's the answer to this clue? Patricia Routledge starred as the title character in which 1990s detective series? Yes, Gaby.
Kate Blanchetti Wainthrope.
I will give you that. Yeah, Kate Blanchetti, Winthrop Investigates is the correct answer. I just couldn't face the look on your face if I hadn't given it to you. Let's take a look at the next one. Who is this and what's the answer to the clue? Which Scottish TV personality, best known for presenting Watchdog, reportedly turned down an MBE in 2016? Yes, Hugh.
Errol Flynn Folds Wood.
Is it Errol Flynn Folds Wood? Yes, it is. Well done. Oh, that is some classy answer smash from Hugh Dennis right there. Here's your next category. It is vegetables. The pictures will be vegetables. Smash them into the clues, please. Here's your first question. Which Suffolk-based football team have the nickname the Tractor Boys? What is that answer? Yes, Amol.
Parsnipwich Town.
I will give you that. The Parsnipswich, yeah.
Parsnip-switched. OK, that's a pronunciation rather than knowledge. Parsnip.
No, it's not. It's not pronunciation. It's missing out an S. But I'm going to give it to you. Here's your next one. What name is given to the scientific study of birds? Hugh.
Sweet ornithology.
Sweet ornithology is the right answer. Well played.
Oh, I love that word.
Yeah. That's the sort of thing that Batman was. Sweet ornithology, Robin. Here's your next one. What word from the Greek for moving is used for the form of energy that is caused by motion? Yes, Amol.
Pumpkinetic.
Pumpkinetic is the correct answer. Well played. Creeping up. Here's your next category, and it is Brit Award winners. Those will be the pictures. Smash them into the clues, please. Here's your first one. Which TV series starred David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson as lifeguards patrolling a beach? Gaby, what's your answer?
James Baywatch.
Is the correct answer. Well played. Oh, time is up. Now, everybody got a few in that round apart from Beattie.
Apart from me.
But that's it. But you won
A real
yesterday.
role reversal.
No, but it's nice. Sometimes you see Monday's winner sits
Yeah.
back a little bit on Tuesday because they don't want to look cocky.
Yeah.
Wednesday,
Don't
you'll be a
intimidate
killer.
everyone.
But who has won Tuesday's House of Games? Let's take a look at the scores. Our winner today is Hugh Dennis by 2 points. 11 points, Hugh. Very well played. Amol and Gaby both have 9 points. A very solid second place is Beattie in last place. You're our winner yesterday. So Hugh, our Tuesday champion. What prize would you like from the prize board? You've got the stress doll there, you've got the cushion, you've got the apron, driving glove or scented candle.
I might actually have the apron, weirdly.
So Hugh Dennis wins a House of Games apron. Congratulations. Shall we take a look at the weekly leaderboard? Let's see where we stand.
We're all about to applaud.
Amol has
come on.
4, Gaby has 5, Beattie has 5 as well. Hugh opening up a little lead with 7 points going into tomorrow's show. All to play for still. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you again at the same place, same time tomorrow. I'll see you again as well. But for today, it's goodbye from the House of Games.
There we go. Class.